Okay, sir. Good evening, one and all. Shri Mahant Swami Shikshan Prasarak Mandals, Shri Kumarswami College Ausa is heartily greeting all the honorable dignitaries and participants here on the virtual dais for the national webinar. The topic of today's national webinar is Role of Artificial Intelligence in Daily Life. The college has of national and international webinars. The webinar series has been started on the occasion of the golden jubilee year of the institution. The theme, the main idea of the webinar series is Women Empowerment, Women Dignity and Environmental Conservation. The objectives of webinar series are to give and take knowledge through keynote speeches and intellectual discussions, and to enrich knowledge and try to find out answers to questions and solutions to problems which can be useful, helpful for the students, researchers, teachers, knowledge seekers and all those who need to have the answer and solution to question and the problem respectively. The webinar series has become very successful, and it is due to the chief of strong morals. Very happy to welcome today's honorable dignitary and keynote speaker, Rupini J. Ma'am, who is HOD, Krupanidhi Degree College. Honorable speaker is going to deliver keynote speech on the topic Role of Artificial Intelligence in Daily Life. On behalf of the organizing committee of Shri Kumarswami College Ausa webinar series, I heartily welcome you, ma'am. And
thank you, sir.
I also welcome all honorable organizing committee members, including Vice Principal Dr. S.D. Misal sir, Junior College Supervisor Ravindra Karanje sir, MCVC Supervisor Praveen Udge sir, IQAC Coordinator Dr. Sanjay Kale sir, Dr. Anita Dole ma'am, Ambadas Khillari sir, Dr. Patwari sir and Dr. Wadkar sir. We all are here waiting eagerly to listen the keynote speech. But before that, it would be better to have the introduction of the chief guest and keynote speaker. So I request Dr. Anita Dole ma'am for the introduction of today's resource person. Please ma'am, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. You are welcome to this grand national and international webinar series on occasion of Golden Jubilee year of the college. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa has organized a wonderful grand knowledge sharing webinar series with the aim of women empowerment and women dignity. So I would like to thank a respected principal for giving me this opportunity to introduce a resource person on this virtual platform. Many special thanks goes to all the respected organizing committee members, and big thanks to all the respected participants. Those are joining daily from all over India and abroad also, and they are making this series a very successful series. So it's my pleasure. I am here to introduce today's keynote speaker, Miss Rupini J. Ma'am, who is HOD of BCA department from Krupanidhi Degree College. Title of speech is Role of Artificial Intelligence in Daily Life. Honorable Rupini ma'am has completed BCA, MCA. She is working as HOD in the Department of Bachelor of Computer Applications. She has good knowledge on Python, SQL and Java, and also the knowledge of manual testing, web development, basic Python, fundamentals on SQL, etc. She also completed 5 online courses on SD, printing, effective leadership and presentation, success, mindset, etc. from HP Life. She has published a number of research papers on national and international level. She guided 2 projects of BCA and 3 projects of MCA like parking automation system, Sadhana aptitude, quiz application, etc. So after this introduction, I would like to request today's keynote speaker, Honorable Miss Rupini ma'am. Please start your presentation. Thank you. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you ma'am for the introduction. Let's start the session. Let me know if my screen is visible. Is my screen visible?
Yes, madam.
Yes ma'am. Thank you. So we will be talking about the role of artificial intelligence in the daily life. So I'll be covering this topic today. So we are going to talk about the Turing testing and what are the applications we, in our daily life we go across the artificial intelligence and how the AI devices, are helping the differently able people, in today's world. Okay, so we're going to cover all this topic today. So first of all, what is artificial intelligence? So it is composed of 2 words as you see on the screen. Okay, that is one is man-made, so another one is thinking part. Okay, so artificial intelligence is a man-made thinking part. Okay, so it's a branch comes under computer science which can create the intelligent machines. Okay, so which does 3 things. One is which can behave like a human, and another one is it can think like a human, and then it can make the decision. So on what basis it will make the decision? Based on the algorithms, based on the code. Okay, so that is how the machines behave, think and make the decisions. So in a shortcut, if I have to say, it can say that it's a man-made thinking part. Artificial intelligence is a man-made thinking power. So it is one of the booming technologies. Okay, and also it's a fascinating technologies in computer science. So we'll be exploring more about it. Now, I'll be telling how this AI started. Okay, so I guess the slides are changing. Can you see the slide change?
Yes, madam.
Thank you so much. So, let's go back to 1950. Okay, so there was a person called Alan Turing. Okay, so he is the one who introduced this, he called as the father of artificial intelligence. Okay, so he had done a test to check whether the machines can think. Okay, so what is the test? The test is called Turing Test. Okay, so the test is called Turing Test. So this test involves 3 components. One is the interrogator, middleman. Okay, and there are 2 players. One of the player is human being, another player is computer. Okay, so now what happens in the Turing test is the conversation will be made by the interrogator to the computer and as well the human responder. Means what kind of conversation? The questions will be asked. Okay, so the conversation between these players is via only keyboard and screen. Okay, so now after the question been asked to the computer and human responder, the interrogator should not be able to guess who is machine and who is human. Okay, so if the interrogator failed to identify who is computer and who is machine, Okay, so sorry, who is computer and who is human, there where our artificial intelligence wins. Okay, so this is called a Turing test. One second. So the interpreters cannot guess, okay, which is computer and which is human. Okay, so there where the artificial intelligence wins. This is called Turing test. Okay, this is the starting point of the artificial intelligence. So the test what is being done, okay, does not depend on the correct answers. How many correct answers is given by the computer and human. Okay, so how closely it responds like a human. Okay, that's what this Turing test does. Okay. So now we will be seeing, the applications of AI which we use in our daily life. The first one is the Google search. Okay, so yes, this is most common thing, right? So Google search. If we don't know anything, we just open the Google and we just browse it, right? So the Google search. So do you know that the Google is the most powerful engine, okay, which is having 81.5% market share compared to other search engines like Bing. We have Yahoo, you have DuckDuckGo, etc. Right? So these are the search engines we have. So compared to all this, it is having 81% market share. Okay. So now how is it even possible? Okay. So now how the Google AI, how the artificial intelligence is involved in Google deals. So now this Google will process approximately 63,000 search queries in every second. Okay. So it translates every 5.6 billion searches per day. Okay. Approximately 2 trillion global searches per day. See how powerful it is. So how is it possible? Okay. So how is it so accurate? Okay. So now we will see how is it possible. Okay. Say for example, I will be searching something called lasagna. Okay, in the web. Okay, I will be searching something called lasagna. Now before this, I will tell you how the search engine works. Okay, so now user will enter the query. Will be entering the query, right, in the search bar. So after that, the search will happen. So how the search will happen? Based on the keyword. Okay, so in the Google there will be lots of web pages, right? Lots of information. Pages related to lasagna will be listed out. Okay, will be listed out. Okay, so after listing, you can see here what happens. You will get the results on your web page, right? You will get some of the results on the web page. Okay, this is how the Google search engine works. Okay, based on the keyword, it will gather all the web pages and it will display it. Okay, so now how it is displayed? The next question comes. So how it will? Okay, you can see here. So once you search something, you will get some of the best ranked pages in the beginning. Okay, so you can see here, right? So when we when we search, we'll get all this. How is it possible? How does the Google knows that this web page only should come first? This second web page should come after. The first thing is what? Keyword. Based on the keywords. Okay, based on the titles given to the images, based on the titles given to the videos, captions, based on the ratings. Okay, based on the ratings, it will identify the web pages. The first factor is what? Keywords. The second factor will be the location. Okay, say for example, now if you go to Google and search coffee, okay, you will just type the test coffee. So what happens? You will get some web pages related to coffee, and also you can see some of the coffee day shop if it is nearby you. Okay, that address also will be displayed, or the coffee related shops. That details also will be displayed. So how is it possible? Based on your location, the web pages will be displayed. Okay. The second factor is based on the location it will display. Okay. And the last one is the freshness. Okay. So what is the freshness? Basically means the update. Suppose for example, if you are searching something called COVID. Okay. The first web page will be based on the COVID latest news. Okay, so that's how it will display. Okay, so based on these three factors like keywords, location, and freshness, the data will be displayed. Okay, so based on the location and the freshness. Okay, this is how basically the Google search works. Okay, so how does the web pages will be displayed? Based on something called ranking algorithm. So who does this ranking algorithm? AI does. Okay, so AI's ranking algorithm will take the web pages. Okay, take the web pages display. Okay, so this is one of the factors. Okay, so next role of AI in Google search is what? Okay, so next role is what? See, not every site, not every web pages we view is a genuine one, right? There will be some scam web pages also. Okay, so there are many websites that are scam. So what does this does? So this algorithm of AI will identify the scam web pages and removes it from the index. Okay, so it will remove the scam web pages from the index. Okay, you can see in the clip played here, there are some of the scam web pages here. So how it will identify? Just because the Lasagna word is used in one of the scam web pages, it doesn't mean that it is a right web page, right? So how does this algorithm works? You can see here. Okay, so the algorithm will scan the web pages. So this is a scam one. Okay, so it will identify and it will remove. Okay, that is what the AI in Google search does. Okay, that's how we get the proper information in the Google, the genuine information we get. Okay, so this is one of the information. Okay. Yes. The next usage of AI in Google search is spellings. Okay, sometimes understand the misspelled word. Okay, so it will say, do you mean this? Okay, that's how we'll get, right? So what does it do? It says that in the statistics of the Google says that 1 in 10 queries every day is misspelled. Okay, so it is common, right? It is common, we make mistakes. So the algorithm of the Google will identify that. Okay, so this is one of the application. Then second one, the next one is passages. Have you observed nowadays, when we type something, we will get one passage, the highlighted one, right? Sometimes the single sentence will be our answer, right? So what happens, not most pages will be there on the web, right? So we can't keep searching every web pages, right? So that's the reason the Google has developed this an idea called passages. Okay, what you are looking exactly will be shown in the top page. Okay, it will be in the top of the page, it will be shown. Okay, so this is called package, the highlighted one. Okay, the highlighted one will be shown in the top of your web page. That helps the user to get what they're exactly looking for. Okay, so that is one of the idea. Okay. The next one is subtopics. So how is the subtopics working in the Google search using AI? Suppose you're searching for a coffee, as I said. Okay, so what all you will get? You will get the restaurants, right? And you will get the benefits of using coffee, you're drinking coffee, or you will get the coffee, any other marts, any other shops related to coffee name, right? So you'll get related to that, related to the word, the query, what you search, related to that you will get some more information which you don't require, right? So that is subtopics. Suppose when you're searching for a coffee, then the next web page link will be like benefits of drinking coffee. So you don't require that, but still if that is used, right, there is subtopic of coffee, right? So you can view that and get benefited from that. That is the idea behind this. Okay, so Google gives the subtopics. So how it is done? Go to Google here. I hope you can see my screen. Okay, I'll just type it as coffee. You will get some of the videos. Some of the videos you will get. So once I keep my browser on that, okay, you can see some key moments of the videos will be played. Right? This was not there initially. Okay, so AI does this one. Okay, it will help the user to know what is there inside the video. See, when I keep the browser here, I can understand that. Okay, so this is shown. The benefits of coffee is shown here. Okay, you can see the key moments of the videos. Okay, so this is the one of the application using AI in Google search. Next, the best search is knowing the statistics, right? Suppose when I just type it as COVID, okay, so we will get the recent statistics of the data. Okay, that is what recently implemented in Google search using AI algorithms. Okay, we will get the and then search what you see. Okay, there is a Google Lens. Okay, so you can just scan one image. Okay, and you can search it in the Google. Okay, so that is one of the things. So AI algorithm will identify the text or the images and start searching. Okay, so it also helps us to visually shop what you're looking for it. Okay, so this is the that's of one. So how all I was saying about algorithms. What are the algorithms that the Google uses? Okay, so these are the algorithms like Panda algorithm, Penguin algorithm, Hummingbird, Right Brain, and Google Bird algorithm. So these are the algorithms will be used. If I get into the work, it will be more technical. So I'll stop with this. The next application which we use in our daily life is Gmail, isn't it? So we use Gmail to send and receive the mails, right? So now even the AI has a main role in GA. So how? First thing is bifurcation of emails. Okay, so what is bifurcation? Okay, Gmail will identify whether your mail is a social mail or whether your mail is a primary mail or a promotion mail. So if you receive a mail from the Facebook, okay, it will be under social section. If you receive mail from the blogs, okay, so it will be under promotions or updates, right? So if you receive it from any genuine, ID or from any organization, it will be under the primary box. Okay, so how does this classify? Okay, so Gmail users used in Gmails. Okay, the next one is spam detection. Okay, see every mail, okay, should be identified properly, and automatic detection of the email is necessary, right, to make it more user friendly, right? So whenever you receive a mail from an unverified or an unauthenticated source, okay, so Gmail will place where? It will place it in spam folder, isn't it? It will place it in spam. So this is one of the application of AI in Gmail. Okay, so it can identify using what? Using machine learning model. Okay, machine learning is a subset of AI model. It will divide. Okay, it will remove the spam and it will put it in the spam box. Okay, so this is one of the things. The spam detection is improved over a period of time. Okay, nowadays, right? So this is also one. The next one is text prediction while writing the emails. It is very much helpful to as is a leave letter application. Okay, when you're typing the content, okay, so the words, the statements will come related to your subject. Okay, so that's how the text prediction is done in the email. Okay, you can see here I'm just writing as good evening, good too. Okay, so here it is predicting what I'm trying to tell. It is saying that good to hear from you. Okay, so this is how it will predict the test. Okay, so this helps you to write the email faster and better, and it will also, one of the another advantage is it will take care of your grammar to a certain extent. Okay, so this is another smart compose option. The next is automatic reply detection. You can see this nowadays, right? So using AI, effective text prediction is done. When you need to write an email, okay, so it will give you the suggestive replies. I'll send you soon or kind of AI. All these are subsets of AI. Okay. And even in the Google Docs, okay, so if you are using Google Docs, it will be more familiar. When we type something, when you make some spelling mistake, okay, so it will just suggest, do you mean this? Right? You can see your upload spelling is wrong and it is suggesting us. Okay, so this is how the AI is used in Gmail. Okay. The next very important thing is chatbots. Okay, so we come across this, every day, right? When we open Amazon, when we open any website, we will get this chatbots. So what is this chatbot? It's basically a digital assistant. Okay, so it helps the customers to know better the application. Okay, so it will ask how can I help you or what can I help you. Okay, so this is how it will. These are called as chatbots. Okay, so it will what is the use of it basically? Okay, so it can enhance and engage the customer, with the application without the human interaction. Okay, so why we need this basically? Okay, so instead of waiting or calling to the customer care, okay, customer can easily, get their, question answers in the real time, right? So that is the reason why the chatbot is introduced. Okay, so they are also called as like the superheroes without a face, right? So yeah. So how is it possible? It's possible using the keyword recognition. Okay, now for example, I'll input something. Okay, input from a user. Okay, so it will analyze the user request. Okay, it will identify the entity and then it will compose the reply. Okay, so in the next slide I'll show you a sample video. You can see here the chatbot says how its brain works. Okay, so how it works? It has knowledge will be inculcated within that, and there will be a stop phrase. Okay, there will be a memory. Okay, so whenever we say hello, okay, what does it do? It first analyzes the text. Okay, it analyzes the response saying that hi, what's up. Okay, so this is how the chatbot works based on the keyword. So it is done using the keyword recognition and user request analysis techniques. In Insta, it might be FB, it might be Twitter, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, etc. Okay, so managing this social media platform, okay, which are flooded with innumerable number of data. Okay, it's very tedious. Managing all this is very, very tedious, right? So there are billions of users. Managing all their data is very, tedious. So with the help of AI, social networking companies, it's analyzing the voluminous data to find out what is trending, to know our behavior. You know what our social media, what we are using will tell our behaviors. Okay, that's how the strength of the AI can analyze our behavior. Okay, so we'll see one by one how AI is being used in the application social media. Okay, so they have given some statistics here. How many number of users are there? Okay, Facebook like 239.65 millions. Okay, so Instagram 230.25 millions. Okay, so it's just like almost equivalent to Facebook, right? And WhatsApp 487 millions. Okay. Yeah. Now coming to Facebook. Okay, so Facebook uses what? So using the machine learning model, okay, or deep learning. What does it do? It will analyze our interest. Okay, it will recognize our faces. Have you observed that when we post some group photo on the social media, on the Facebook, it will recommend the tag option. How it is recommending? By recognizing your face. If you are in Facebook, your name will suggest your name for tagging option. Okay, so this is how the Facebook is using. So here it is recognizing our face. What method is used here? Deep learning is used there. Okay. So next is our LinkedIn. So LinkedIn also uses machine learning methods to predict the suitable candidate for a particular job role. Okay. So using what thing? Using the keywords, right? Using the machine learning methods, it will identify who suits for which job. Okay. It will analyze it based on the data. Okay. So what's up? Have you observed in the beginning time, there were many fake messages forwarded in WhatsApp, right? So nowadays it is reduced. Okay. So how? Because WhatsApp has utilized this AI machine learning algorithm, to reduce the viral spread of fake news around the world. Okay. So the application of AI technology in machine learning, what does it do? It will examine. Okay, it will examine each messages available on the platform. All this happens in the backend. Okay, so it will analyze, it will examine each messages which is available on the platform, and it will provide an authenticate label. Okay, so after detecting efficiently, what happens here? All the messages will be provided with two color codes. All this we don't know. All this happens behind the WhatsApp. Okay, so we don't know this, right? So there are two colors will be given. One green, another one is red. Okay, so green is for authenticated messages. See, each of our messages are authenticated behind whatever the messages we chat, right? That's how the machine learning will get to know, that algorithm will get to know that, okay, these are all the fake messages. Now, how is it even possible? How is it possible? So, how does this WhatsApp does this? So, in order to combat the fake news, so it has also created a partnership. Okay, using the fact checker Boom Live. Okay, so some of the news, edit news platform. Okay, they're having it tie up with the news platform, and that's how they're getting to know which is the right news and which is the fake news. Identify the fake news, and it has spread that. It has stopped spreading of the viral messages. Okay, so AI helped WhatsApp too. So next we have Instagram. Okay, so Instagram, yes, it is a social networking app, as we all know, for sharing the photos and videos, right? So in Instagram, it helps with the help of this AI. The user can easily find photos of particular place, events, restaurants, okay, in food or any other discovery experiences, you can easily find. Okay, so behind Instagram also we have this AI. Okay. So these are all a few social media platforms where the AI is there. Okay, we doesn't know, we just use all this application, but behind we already have this AI behind that. Okay, yeah. Next, we have Amazon. Yes, so we have Amazon, right? So the Amazon, for example, I will say, so if you're buying one product, for example, if you're buying one mobile phone, Samsung, okay. So when next time when you open Amazon, it will suggest all the other Samsung products. Okay, so that we call it as an auto recommendation. Okay, that we call it as what? Auto recommendation. Whatever we buy, whatever we view, okay, related to that, okay, we will get some more recommendation to view. And you know what? The Amazon says that 35% of its Amazon's revenue is generated by the recommendation engine itself. Means when you're viewing something, it will recommend you another thing, and you will view that, and you like that, and you buy that, right? So that's how the Amazon revenue is generated. 35%. Like how I have viewed one product, how come the similar products are hitting in the initial stage? Then we understood that okay, AI, the machine learning is behind this. Okay, the technology is behind this. Technology is ruling us. Right. Next comes our Netflix. Okay, so yes, so we all that's how the recommendation things work in this. AI works in the recommendation system. Okay, so it uses the machine learning algorithm to predict the pattern of the viewers. Okay, it will predict your pattern, your interest. Based on your interest, only that will be shown. That will be given. Okay, so that is okay ranking algorithm based on the ranking. Okay, based on your interest, the videos will be shown here. Okay, so it is done by what? Machine learning. The next application is music. Yes, Spotify. Yeah, it's more familiar, right? Nowadays, you can see many fun ads on the TV in Spotify, right? So what is it, Spotify? Now it is the biggest name in the music streaming industry is Spotify, right? So it has, the statistics they say that it has over 100 million paid subscribers for Spotify. What is the speciality of this Spotify compared to other media music streaming services? Okay, so what is it? So the key highlights of it is personalized for each user. The more you use Spotify, it knows better. It knows you better. Okay, you will be hearing one song today. Okay, so machine learning algorithm will identify which song you are listening today, whether it is a melody, whether it is a rap beat, or etc. Okay, so based on that, the algorithm learns your interest and it will Spotify the similar songs for you, and it will build your taste profile. Every day it will keep a count on your profile, like which song you're watching. Okay, so what is your interest? And suggest the songs based on that. Okay, so here also behind this method we have a AI. Okay, so how is it possible? The Spotify home screen, the application home screen is governed by AI system. It is governed by AI system called BART AI system, BART. Okay, standards for recommendation as treatments. It's basically a regression system. Okay, I'll not go too technical. Okay, basically it is a regression technique. Okay, it's a regression approach. So this Spotify adopts the explore and exploit mechanism. Okay, for providing you the recommendation. It will more explore the regression approach. It will analyze the facts. Okay, so what music you have listened in now. Okay, and which music you have skipped. Skipped means it is you don't like, right? Which music you have skipped, and which what playlist you have made. Okay, and based on your locations also it will suggest some of the musics to you. Okay, so you can see. Okay, Spotify uses via age. Even 55 plus. Elderly people are also using 90% of this application. Okay, so yeah, Spotify works. So it will know your taste, likes and dislikes. Based on that, it will give you the information. Next, another important and interesting thing is, our AI helps the music directors and music composers as well. Okay, so there are few algorithms, that automates the composition of music. Okay, so there is one algorithm called Concord. Okay, CONCORD. Concord. MuseNet is AI-based tool. Okay, AI-based tool is MuseNet. It uses something called deep neural network. Okay, which has generated a music. Okay, which has generated a 4 minutes music using the 10 different instruments. Okay, using 10 different instruments that you done. So here one example is that I'll just play the 4-minute video. I'll just play the highlights of the music. Okay. Hope you can hear. If not, please let me know. This music is entirely, developed by the artificial intelligence. It is composed of 10 different instruments.
Sorry ma'am, we can't hear any music.
Is it not audible?
Not audible.
Fine. So one of the music has been composed, and I suggest you one of the website called openai.com. Okay, so there you can go and you can select which instruments you want, and that AI-based software will create a music for you. Okay, so that is an open or bloomy.com. You can go there and you can you can create your own music, which is an AI-based tool. Okay. The next one is agriculture. Okay, so how it is helping our farmers or people who is interested in agriculture. Okay, so AI system it is helping to improve the overall harvest quality and accuracy in the agriculture. Okay, so nowadays the countries like China, Brazil, and India are also making use of this AI in agriculture. Okay, so now where it is being used, how? Okay, where and all, we'll see. The first one is observing the crop maturity. Okay, so AI will help to detect the maturity of the fruits and growth of vegetables. Okay, so it will tell whether the fruit is ripe, okay, or not ripe. Okay, so using what? Using computer vision model. Okay, it can check the ripeness of fruits and vegetables. Okay, so how this algorithm works? This algorithm works based on the color, different colors. Okay, so this algorithm is successful and it is 99.3% accuracy rate is high. Okay, so using the computer vision model, this is done. Okay, the next is finding bugs. Okay, so here you can see only there are 2 bugs, right? So the AI helps, okay, to find out whether the bugs are there or not, or what kind of bug it is. So here this tool is called as potato beetle, right? So AI using the computer vision model, it can identify the what kind of bug it is. The next is livestock health monitoring. Okay, so now Cattle Eye. Have you heard about Cattle Eye? Cattle Eye is AI's first company in agriculture. Count how many animals are there. Okay, it can detect the diseases of that the cattle is having. It identifies the unusual behavior and monitors the activities like giving birth. Okay, so all this will be done. Okay, so Cattle Eye is the first company which is using this AI method. Right? So then another one is poultry farming. It is used in poultry farming as well. Okay, so this algorithm is is trained to look the video data, like whether the chicken is eating, whether the chicken is drinking, or whether it is resting. You can see here it is annotated. These are all resting chicken, green color. Okay, and the one who is drinking water, the drinking chicken. Okay, so how it is done? Using the algorithms. Okay, using the machine learning, using the computer vision model. All these comes under the AI only, the different methods, subsets. Okay. And another one which we use in our daily life is Google Maps, isn't it? Okay, so this model will predict, okay, so whether the traffic along with your route is heavy or light. Okay, so here using AI here. Okay, so it estimates whether the traffic is there or not in your route, and whether it will estimate the travel time. Okay, it will estimate the time of arrival. Okay, what time you will go on, you reach there. So all this will be arrived. So how it is done? Using the, we use this neural networks here. Okay, so we use the AI, machine learning, and the results. And then the main role of AI in security and surveillance is very important one. Okay, so here it can detect the underside vehicle bomb. Okay, if there is any bomb where some of the things human cannot identify it, right? So in that case, the AI identifies it. So we have something called UBI. Okay, this is an Israel startup. UBI is an Israel startup which is developed this AI and machine learning product. There is one product. Okay, so that helps security personnel to detect the threat under the vehicle. Okay, so it can overcome the anomalies, the mistakes which has been missed by the person who is checking the car or the motorcycle or the truck. Okay, so if there is any explosive devices or any illegal weapon, it can easily identify. And one of the smartest thing about this is that it can identify the things which is under the vehicle. If there is any explosive device, it can identify even if the vehicle is moving 28 miles per second, miles per hour speed. You can identify it. Okay, that's smart. That's the smartest thing about this. Okay. So the next, crime prevention cameras using AI method. Okay, so here CCTV cameras, it's able to spot the shoplifters. Okay, the thieves basically. Okay, so and alert the shopkeepers to if they see any suspicious behavior. Okay, so the person is moving something from one place to another place, or if they are looting something suspicious behavior, it's considered like that, and it will alert the shopkeepers. Okay, this spy prevention cameras also uses the AI method. Then comes the smart keyboard apps. Okay, so this smart keyboard apps, there is the keyboard called type-wise keyboard, which is very popular nowadays. Okay, and this keyboard is of shape honeycomb shape it is. Okay, so where only you can use only two thumbs while typing. Okay, where we not it avoids the mistake. Okay, so when we type, it will avoid the mistake. When we try to type G, it will come H also will join, right? So in that case, this honeycomb will design in such a way that the spelling mistakes will be reduced. And this type-wise keyword is making use of the artificial intelligence. Okay, and basically the Swiss deep tech company have found this one. So it focuses on the text prediction. Okay, so if you say hi, it will come hi, how are you? So the next one it will predict with more productivity. So now also in our smart keyboard also will predict that. Okay, this type-wise is more smarter than the existing one. Okay, so it can detect the 40 plus languages. 40 plus languages it can detect the text. Means what next the user is trying to type. Okay, the 40 plus languages it can detect. Okay, this is also one of the applications. So these are the few things, and one fortunate thing about this AI, what I feel is AI is helping the differently abled people, right? So that is one of the fortunate thing I can say, right? So we have something called Tesla car. Tesla car is not only for the differently abled people, for the normal people as well. So this Tesla, it is a self-driving car. Okay, so which having the autopilot features. So I'll just play a video clip here. You can see. Okay, so it is having an autopilot features and a full self-driving, capabilities. Okay, so fully, completely, the AI is behind this. Okay. So even the differently abled people can use this car. Okay, so even they can fulfill their dreams, right, using AI. The next thing is about the Bionic Eye. Okay. So yes, so you would have heard about this Bionic Eye invention. Okay, so Bionic Eye refers to bioelectronic eye. Okay, so this is an electronic device, which replaces the functionality of an eye, the one who is not having a vision. Okay, so can go for this Bionic Eye, and which is more or less successful, right? So if the person with the Bionic Eye will see in the pixel format. They might not have the view like us, but like a normal people, but still they can view to some extent. Okay, they can view the objects in the pixel form. Okay, and the person with Bionic Eye will see in black and white color only. I'll show you the vision. I'll show you the pictures in the next slide. Okay, so it is the really a greatest revolution in both medical and software field. This Bionic Eye. Okay, so you can see the next slide. This is the normal eye view. This is what we see. The normal eye, the normal only black and white color, right? Something is better than nothing, right? Something they can they can talk, and that will be captured, and it will be typed on the screen. And we have the Siri, Alexa, right? So all this, and then AI devices which makes the person independent. Okay, and then we have something called Bionic Arms, right? So this is also one of the greatest revolution in medical and software industry, Bionic Arms. Okay. Yes, I would like to say one of the latest, deadly update on AI, okay, which has happened recently in the month of. So in AI experiment, it has invented 40,000 bioweapons, biochemical weapons. Okay, so in just 6 hours. Okay, so researchers say that this bioweapon chemicals, okay, will lead to mass destruction in the future. Okay, so the experiments are invented that 40,000 possible bioweapons in just 6 hours. Their human cannot do that for chemicals. It has identified. The AI is identified. Okay, so the researchers say that it is more deadly, and it may lead to mass similar to the most important nerve agent called VX, which is very, very dangerous. Okay, so and also researchers say that it is the most worst chemical combination ever the human have imagined itself. Okay, so yeah, that has done it, right? So the human cannot think. The machine will not get tired, but human will get tired, right? So machine didn't get tired in just 6 hours. It has found 40,000 bioweapon chemicals. Okay, so still the discussion is going on. Still the discussion is going on to whether to take this experiment further or to implement or in any ways. Okay, and all the chemical formulas which was found, okay, which was given by the AI is kept secret. Okay, it is not been revealed yet because it is too dangerous. Okay, so yes, this is the deadly update of the AI. And I would like to end the session by saying some of the quotes of the great people. Stephen Hawking said that the development of full artificial intelligence would spell the end of the human race. Okay, so Sundar Pichai, CEO of Google, said that it is probably the most important thing humanity has ever worked on. And the Amit Roy said that emotions are essential part of the human intelligence. Without emotional intelligence, artificial intelligence is incomplete. And yes, now the researchers are working on it, on the emotional intelligence as well. Okay? And Jeff Bezos said that AI is in a golden age and solving problems that were once in the realm of sci-fi. See, each one is having different use. Okay, so each one is having a different use. We still don't know that whether this artificial intelligence is a tool for us or a friend for us. Okay, it's still remaining as a question. Okay, yeah. So yeah, these are the references I have used. Okay, to deliver the speech today. Okay, these are the major references, and there are many more. So if you would like to learn more about these things, you can go to this links and you can view. Okay. Yes, always. Yeah, the question mark whether it is a boon or bad. Okay. So let's see what happens. Thank you all. I would like to end my session. I thank Dr. Bedkar sir for giving this opportunity, and I also thank my well-wisher Professor Ravi Shankar sir for giving this, for introducing this platform, and also I thank all of you for your patience listening. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your very good lecture on the topic, detailed lecture on use of artificial intelligence in daily life. You have also told us about pros and cons of artificial intelligence. Now after this very useful keynote speech, now I request participants, if you have any question, any doubt, please ask. Once again, I request participants, if you want to discuss, if you have any question, if you have any doubt, please come with it.
Can you say what is the impact of IA in education field?
Yes, so there are there will be usage of AI in education field. For example, in the valuation part. Okay, so AI is the model is trained. AI only can evaluate the paper, evaluate the answer scripts of the students and give the accurate results, and it also can keep track of the feedbacks of the students. Okay, and deliver to the teacher. Okay, so this can be one of the usage of AI in education field. I think.
Is there anybody else with any more question, please? Very illustrative, informative. All are and thank you, sir, for your question. Now, after this keynote speech and question answer session, now it is time to listen the concluding words of the chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series.
Gerard sir and all the organizing team committee members and today's resource person Rupini J madam. She is head of the BCA computer section. So she have chosen this topic, how the artificial intelligence is useful in our daily life. Starting from the definition of artificial intelligence, she gave here so many examples, those who are which are using in daily life. We were also having a question in our mind that how the algorithm is developed within fraction of the results. Which users are which softwares are using algorithm. So I think every software, the Bionic Eye, I have a question in my mind that whether it is used for blind peoples or normal peoples. Bionic Eye.
It is for only the blind people and those who have a vision problem, sir.
Vision problem means if they receive some pictures from that, it will be rectified in the audio form and it will give information to that blind or semi-blind person. So it was the best use. Also,
Yes.
last one that dead end you have given about the detection of the chemical weapons, all these things. So it is also most useful for the lives of the human, to save the lives, to avoid the damage. The leading branch, and the scientists are using this technology for the well-being of the human things. So thank you. They understood all these things about the artificial intelligence, its use of daily life, because we use this, but what is the idea behind that we are not knowing. And that car with pilot car, that is also important. In future it may be come in market and it will be more safe, means most safe, useful, can be used for a common man. So thank you madam, best speech for today. And everyone understood everything about your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Now, at the end of this webinar, I am here for the vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank today's honorable keynote speaker, Rupini ma'am, who has accepted the invitation of our college and delivered a very nice lecture on the topic. All factors related to artificial intelligence have been discussed very well, and we all of us have understood it very well. So on behalf of the organizing committee of webinar series Shri Kumarswami College Ausa, I sincerely thank you ma'am. I also thank chief organizer and chairperson of this webinar series for his continuous efforts to run this webinar series. So thank you sir on behalf of the organizing committee of webinar series. I also thank participants for their punctual attendance, for their listening patiently, for their questions, for their doubts, and because of them, the webinar series has become successful. Thank you, participants. I also thank Dr. Anita Dhole ma'am for giving very good introduction of today's keynote speaker. And now I request participants, do not forget to fill feedback link to get your certificate. And now at the end, with the permission of Chief Organizer and Chairperson of this webinar series, I announce here that today's webinar is over. Thanks to all.